Hi, in this video you will learn how to install Semplice on your WordPress website. Currently I have this website where I have just pure WordPress. So I bought the domain, I bought the hosting, I put this domain on this hosting and installed on this domain, for this domain, I installed WordPress, which is super simple to do because absolutely every hosting allows you to do that. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to use Semplice as a theme for my WordPress website. Why Semplice? Because it's super useful, super amazing, very easy to use, and it's just cool. Just let's go to semplice.com website, so you will see how many people create their websites, portfolios on this, using this theme for WordPress. Just take a look. This is mind-blowing. And this is incredible. Also, if you want to understand how does it work actually, how to install everything, so of course you can go to help.semplice.com. You will find some good tutorials here as well. But now we will do it in this video, very easy and fast. I'll explain you how it works. First of all, of course, we have this WordPress website. Go to your admin panel, and from the admin panel, go to Appearance, Themes, and here click Add New. Then click Upload Theme. Then click Choose File and find the file with Semplice. Once you bought Semplice theme itself from that website, you will also get the link where you can download the zip archive. Once you downloaded it, unpack it. So you will have the folder like this one. Open this folder and click here, Semplice 5 single, open and click Install Now. Wait a little bit, boom, now theme installed successfully. Click Activate. When you click Activate, it activates Semplice and opens it for you. Press Start, day or night mode. You decide what to choose. I prefer, for most of the applications, for most of the software, I prefer a light theme, but specifically for Semplice, I choose the dark one because it's just easier to navigate through the Semplice admin panel with the black one. What's your name? My name is Alexander Hess. You will see this name right here. Next. It's really amazing that they have this intro that allows you to set up everything super fast. So once it's done, you will already have pretty solid website. You are a graphic designer. Who else? I'm a product designer. Alexander Hess, product designer. Next. Pick a navigation. Here you can choose one of these 4 different types of navigation. From my experience, what I realized that the best navigation, and especially for the Western countries where we read left to right, and if you know about F pattern, Z pattern, we always start from left to right. So people know about you, we have to show the logo first. So that's why I would choose between this one or the last one. At the same time, it's much easier, again, from my experience, it's much easier to navigate through the website using this link, especially when you are creating your portfolio, because this way you show the logo on the left, the links on the right, the navigation itself on the right, and the content is in the middle, which allows people, when they land to your website, to see the logo first, and then they will continue scrolling through the content itself. They can look at the navigation itself, which is amazing, but usually they go directly to content. They start scrolling the content. So that's why I prefer to use this type of navigation. You can also use any of them, what works best for you. In this case, I will choose this one. Done, and creating pages. So now we just relax and click the button Next, because Semplice will create 2 pages for us. The first one will be the showcase or front page. Basically, it will be a home page. And the second page will be about page. This is where you can talk anything about whatever you want. Once Semplice is installed, you will be able to create as many pages as you want, and you can remove some of them. So click Next. We click Next, creating a project. And this is where they explain that on Semplice, you can have pages and projects. What's the difference between them? Basically, the project is the same page as the regular page. But in the future, if you are creating your portfolio, for example, Semplice has a really amazing blocks and modules that allow you to put your portfolio directly super fast. Once the projects are created, you just put the project block on your website. I'll show you later how to do that. And you will see all the projects. They will be shown to users immediately. And what projects are also great for, what is great about these projects is that they will have a specific style that will allow people to click on the entire, section to go to that page. While when you're creating pages, you have to use some CSS hacks, CSS and HTML hacks to be able to do that, to click on the entire section. On the regular page, you can just click on the link or on the button. While when you're creating a project and you are showcasing this project on your front page, for example, you will be able to click on the entire section. If it's too complicated for you, you will see how it works later. So next, it's time, start building. And we click start building. That's it. Don't forget to activate. I will do it later. I have a license key. You just click on this button. You'll go to another page. You will put your license code, and that's it. As simple as that. And here, as you can see, we have about page, my first project, and work, which is front page. And that's it. Go to pages, add new page. If you want to add new page, just go to pages, click add new page. In the projects panel, you can add new project. The page itself will look as a regular page. I'll show you later. Also, Semplice has customize section. This is where you can change the grid. You can also upload your web fonts. You can play with typography and define your typography style guide. Navigations, this is exactly where you can change the styling of the navigation and also upload your logo, choose what will be shown in the navigation, and then you can use this navigation across your website. And also, as you can see, this button here is add navigation. You can create another navigation. For example, you will have two types of pages. The one will be a light theme, another one will be in the dark theme mode. So you can create another navigation. So the first one will be for light themes, the second one will be for dark ones. This is especially useful when you're using different themes like dark and light. Thumb hover. This is what will happen when you hover on the project itself, when projects are created. Transitions. So you can set up the transitions here. So when you click through the different pages of your website, it will show you different customizable transitions. Project navigation. So this is a navigation that you will see once you have a project page and the page is set up. You put the case study there or just the full page. And then at the very bottom, right under this page, there will be a section that will allow you to click to another project, to go to another project. Super useful, again, especially when if you are a photographer or you are a product UX UI web designer, so people will be able to navigate through your projects. Advanced tab allows you to set up specific themes across the entire website. So here you can choose the text color, link color, hover color for the links, load bar color, so where there will be loading bar, this color will be used. Back to top arrow, so you can upload the icon that will be used to back to top icon because it's used across the website. Lightbox, choosing different colors for the lightbox when you click on the image and it appears. So this is what will be used. Big image detection. So that allows you to detect automatically the huge images that you have. Global footer. So you will be able also to create here. We have footer. Just wait a little bit. So we are here in the footer section. So you can add new footer and you can add a couple of footers. Again, you can have the footer that will be in the light theme, the dark one, and that's it. So basically you will create the footer that will be used across the entire website for all the pages. And once it's created, here you can choose what footer will be used on your website. Password protection. This is especially if you don't want to show your portfolio to everyone, to absolutely everyone. You can create the password for it, so only people who have the password will be able to go to that website. Custom CSS. This amazing feature that allows you to create custom CSS styles for different breakpoints. All the breakpoints are here. Edit custom CSS, so that's exactly where you can put something like body P, and then you'll just color something like 17, 17, 21, something like this, which means that for all the paragraphs in your body, this is the color that will be used. Or you can create different class name classes here, and then you can apply these classes in your design. So sometimes, for example, you can you want to add shadows or cards or something like that with additional paddings, or the section should be not bigger than this size. So you will put something like class name and then max with 100 pixels. And that's it. This will be used. You will be able to use it later. And you click then save and it will be saved. And this is global, which means that it will be applied across all the different breakpoints. Whether you're opening the website on mobile phone or on desktop, you will see these global components here. But at the same time, sometimes you don't need these styles to be applied across the entire website. So you click here mobile, edit custom CSS, and here, for example, you want to hide some things. You're going to have something like hero image. Let's imagine that you are using hero image, huge hero image for the desktop, and usually people on the desktop have a pretty good internet. While on mobile, the speed can be not so good. So that's why you create something like hero image class, then you will apply this class for that specific image, and you can type display none. That's it. And you save it. Cancel. All right, and what else? Custom JavaScript. So this is where you can add different JavaScript and edit this JavaScript here. I'm not going to dive into that because I'm not going to use anything where we'll need JavaScript, because most of the functions that Semplice already has, they allow you to create absolutely anything that you want to use, that you want to have, without adding additional JavaScript. Okay, and here we have a section blog. Save and continue, don't save because we haven't changed anything here. You can also create the blog pages on your website, which means that maybe you want to see how the blog will look like. And here you will be able to change the width of this section, featured image like this one, not 12 columns, but 6 columns, so it will be like this, or maybe it will be full screen from here to here, visible or hidden, you can hide it. So basically, Semplice already created lots of options for you, and this is why I like Semplice so much. Previously, I designed websites myself and used HTML and CSS, just pure HTML and CSS. The websites are super fast with this approach, looks good, but it takes too much time. When you don't have so much time, you can use site builders like Elementor, Semplice, Webflow, Wix, Squarespace, for example. What I like about Semplice specifically, that this is a site builder that is super easy to use. It looks incredible, has amazing UX, and at the same time, I don't have to pay for like Webflow or Squarespace every single month. I just bought the license and I can use it whenever I want. This is what I like about this platform and about this site builder. Advanced comments. Okay, this is blog. Now, and we have settings. Don't save. Settings. License. This is where I will put my license code here. And general. This is me, Alexander Hess, product designer. This is where we can change our tagline that will be shown here. This is our website now. I'll show you how it looks like after installing Semplice. So here your homepage displays a latest post or static page, which means that if you are creating it as a blog, then you can use a latest post, and then it will show you a latest post as a regular blog platform. Static page, which means that you will have just static page and you will use it as regular pages. Here you can choose what will be perceived as a blog homepage and which one will be perceived as a portfolio homepage. We'll keep everything as it is now. Project flag, nothing to change here. Front-end mode, static or single page app. You can use single page app if you want to. I prefer to use static mode. Static page transitions, enabled, disabled. Usually I remove all the motion graphics on my commercial websites where I sell something just because I need speed rather than animation. But when you're creating like a portfolio and you want to wow people who will go to that portfolio, then I would recommend to use animations because they look just wow. Okay, so here you can install your Google Analytics code, HTML head. This is where you can add additional information that you want to add. It can be not only Google Analytics, it can be Yandex metrics, it can be, I don't know, Google, what do you call, tag. So anything that you want additionally to add to your head section, it will be here. And fav icon, this is where you can upload your icon that will be shown here. I'm not going to do it right now. What I'm going to show you is, don't save, how the page will look. So this is what we had from the very beginning. I hadn't changed anything except I installed Semplice. Now I'm going to refresh this page to see how it looks. Command R, and boom, this is my home page. And you might be thinking like, yeah, but it doesn't look like so good. This is where you can change it. So basically you just click on this tab here. You can go to settings and change it to like Alexander has homepage. So this will be our homepage. Here, permalink work. Well, let's call it projects maybe. Whatever you want, whatever you decide that will work best. Do you remember when we could create different navigations? So currently we have just default navigation. You can hide it or show it on this specific page. So you can set up whether the navigation will be shown on the page or not. And this is especially useful when you are creating landing pages where you don't want people to go to other pages. You want them to stay on this page and to do the action you want them to do. Footer, the same, you can hide and show. Again, super useful for landing pages. You can select the footer that you created before. Reveal transitions, this is where you can upload something and when the transition will happen, this image will appear. And SEO and share, this is where you can install Yoast SEO plugin. I'm not talking about SEO here because I personally use Rank Math for my website, so I'm not going to install this one here. Cancel. What do we have here? We have my first project, but it doesn't mean that we have custom animations. Not yet. It doesn't mean that we have to use these. We don't have to have this project to be shown here. Instead, what we want to create, let's delete it from the very beginning. Now it tells us that we can drag items and put them somewhere here. So I'm taking text and I'm putting it here. Updated text module. Okay, fine. This is our text module. I can click here to change it. Hi, my name is Alexander Hess. So this is my first line of text, and I can continue typing something here, but I'm not going to do that. We already started building kind of website. So what I can click here, I can select this text, formats, and it already has formats for you. And in that typography section, in the custom tab, before in the settings, you can add additional styles that you want to be shown here. We can use it as H6, for example, and that's it. Click OK. Now I can add another text, and I can create this text as a separate section, as a separate row, or I can put it inside of the same row of this section. And here I help people to learn Semplice. By the way, this is not anyhow, like, it's not an affiliated, it's not like sponsored by Semplice. This is just simply what I use, what I like, and I just decided to share it with you. From what I see, we just created 2 lines of text, and I'll create another one here. This is where our paragraph will be. This is where we'll explain why we are doing that. What's cool now? What we can do, we can select this item, select here column, like this one, and make the column shorter, like 6 columns only. Now I can select the entire section, and I can add paddings here. So from the top, I want it to be 120, and from the bottom, 120. So this will be our first section. Next thing, do you remember when I told you that you can create your custom CSS styles? You can add them here in miscellaneous classes. This is where you can create something like hero image, which means that if I add the hero image here, like this one, unsorted, I don't have any, so you can basically upload any image here and use it, or you can change the color of the background here. Want to go with dark theme? You can do that. Want to go with light one? You can do it as well. So currently I'm not going to do that, but what's cool, what I want to show you here as well, that in Semplice, when you have section or just anywhere where you select colors, you can add your own colors here. Do you remember we already have it 17, 17, 21, and then I click save, and now I have it saved in this section for colors. Then I will be able to use this color anywhere else. For this specific mode, I'm not going to use anything, so it will be transparent. Awesome. What else I want to show you? This is not the guide about Semplice. I just wanted to show you how to install Semplice and how to use that from the very beginning. Maybe just let me know in the comments below if you want me to create the entire guide, how to use Semplice, how to use all these rows, sections, and everything, so you will understand, oh, okay, so this one can be different width for this specific column. The column can have like different spacing, so you can add other columns as well, duplicate. So if you're interested in that, please let me know in the comments below, so I'll create a separate tutorial for that as well. As of now, I just want to show you these things, how Semplice works. Want to add image, just add the image here and it will be shown here. Now we'll remove, delete. Semplice, everything is in Semplice that we are adding, dragging from here, allows you to create the element itself, the row, and section. So basically everything on your page will be sections that divided, and inside of these sections you can have rows or columns, like here. The section is the same, as you can see, but we have different columns inside of this section. But at the same time, each element, so basically content, column, section. Want to make the changes in the section? Go to section mode. Want to change the styles of the column, go to styling mode. Want to change the element itself, something with an element. For example, here I want from the bottom the spacing to be 12 pixels. I set it, done. Now we have the space here. I can add borders, drop shadow, everything that I want for this specific element. And this module, edit paragraph, I can go and edit that paragraph. Here, when you're editing paragraph, the navigation is changing to the settings that can be applied for this specific element. Here, I can make the text bigger, smaller. I can add the line height bigger, smaller. I can set it as a link. I can remove the link. I can choose the font that I'm going to use here. Maybe it will be Laura Bold. Cool. Nice. Now, when I'm clicking here, I can also set the spacing, not the spacing, the alignment. It's here. Forget about this justify content. Just trust me, don't use it if you're a designer. If you're a non-designer, specifically, don't use a justify alignment. This is not good for users. You can create lists, ordered list and unordered list. You can remove all the styles from the text, like here, and then it will drop it from the Laura Bold, and everything that you changed, it will set it to default that you set here. If it's H1, heading 1, then it will be jumped to heading 1. Then you can make it strike through, and you can also make this underline here specifically useful when you're creating links. But you can set up all the styles for links, for example, in your CSS mode. You can also add gallery slider here, so you will have different images here. Let's remove this section. I'm removing the entire section. You can also add self-hosted video, so this video will be hosted here, so not embedded from anywhere, but hosted here. You can add horizontal spacer, how it works, so you can add this spacer as a separate section, for example, and you can set the height of it, color. So if you want just to put the line somewhere between sections, you can use it. You can add button, something like this one. It's set like with grid width or auto. A left alignment, right alignment. The navigation here and all the settings are super intuitive. So you will be able to use them super fast. Now for this button, we can set something like sign up. And also for this button, I want to add something else. So typography, I want to set Open Sans bold. I don't have so many typefaces here. Later, of course, I will upload my favorite ones. Font size, okay. The color, love everything. I don't like the padding from left and right. I will set it to 40/40 here. So to make the button just a little bit bigger. Also, what I can do here, border radius like 4. You can go really far with it, like this one, and make it even rounded corners like this. I prefer when it's 4 or 8. That's more than enough. Okay, we have this button, and also in the styling, I want to add some spacing between text and this button. So I can set it to, we had previously 12. Here it will be not 240, but 24, double the size. Yeah, these are typography tips that you can learn from Typography Masters course. Here, so we set up everything. We can also, when we created columns, we can also drag and put our image here, so it will be on the right side. Let's check if I have anything, upload medium, if I have anything super fast that I can add here. So maybe this one, insert. And this is the image that I'm going to use. I can make it a little bit smaller. And because previously, remember we set up for the section from the top 120, now I'm going to make it 60, but for this entire column, I'm going to make spacing 60 from the top. Why I'm doing that? To align a little bit the image with the text itself. I can also do that by clicking here in the section mode. They have vertical alignment So I can set up something like, so two columns will be aligned, and they have horizontal alignment that allows you to distribute content or to set it right in the middle. It depends on the on your grid. Or you can set up that the left column will be on the left, the right one will be on the right. So we created this image here. What else we can do? Button, yes. Add spacer column. Spacer column is a column that you can put here to add additional spacing. Sometimes it's super useful. You can use that. If we click Command Z, it removes all the previous actions. This is our undo action. And then we have cover. What is cover? So this is the cover that you can set up how it will be shown, like for your project that you are creating. We are not going to use it here, but also we have modules here, and here in the module section you can find different modules. You can put the code if you want to install your additional HTML, JavaScript, CSS code. You can add your Dribble account, so all your Dribble works will be shown here. Social profiles, share, single project, portfolio grid, and let's use portfolio grid here and put it here as a separate row. And we already have that project, but here when you have more projects, they will be shown here. The image, the thumbnail that you'll set up there will be shown here. And here you can have different, like refresh, select categories. So you will choose what specific projects to show here. Title formatting, select font. It can be, again, Laura bold. We don't see it here just because we don't have the project yet. And you will set up everything that you want to set up here. Formatting, okay, nothing to change here. Project display, standard. Limited number of projects, lazy load. We'll keep standard. Okay, so now we have that project there. In the studio version of Semplice, you will be able to add much more blocks and use the blocks that already pre-created for you, pre-designed, pre-created for you. So you will be able to use it here. See it live, not now. Use it here. If you don't want actually to design your website, you just want to put content there, then you can buy the studio license. Trust me, it's amazing. I'm using it on some other projects. For this specific one, because I'm already familiar with Semplice, I know how to use it. I don't need that specific blocks. Everything that I need already here, that's it. In Studio Edition, you can connect, as you can see, gallery grid, Instagram, before, after, super amazing feature for photographers and people who sell, for example, anything related to before, after. So if you are a fitness trainer, for example, then you can upload just two photos. You will need two photos before, after. You upload these two photos using this module, and then the people will see the slider and they will be able to see before, after. Also, it's great for photographers who are using Lightroom, creating Lightroom presets and sell them. So this is the photo before the preset, and this is the photo after preset, and you can have sliders. So basically you have just one image, but you can see on the left side what was before, on the right side what is after, and you drag and it looks incredible. And Lottie animations. Yeah, this is incredible. Now you can put your animations that you will find as a Lottie files. You can use them here. Not going to explain what Lottie animation. If you're already familiar with that, if you're a designer, motion designer, UX UI designer, you're already familiar with what Lottie is. If you don't know what it is yet, and Semplice is the first thing that you install and you've never used that before, then I would recommend to learn about Lottie files later. Once everything's set up, then you can learn what Lottie is. As of now, you don't just need that. And that's basically it. That's the entire page. Here you can also set up the background option for the entire page. No scale, it can be an image as well. Back to top, arrow color, transparent. edit custom CSS, you can edit custom CSS for this specific page. So that CSS that we could create globally, on top of that, you can add additional CSS that will be applied specifically and only for this page. Reveal content on scroll, enabled or disabled. It means that if you have a real long page, you can enable reveal content on scroll, and all the sections that are below our visible area will be shown only when you scroll on them. Reset animation, display content after navigation and straight on top. This is a really cool feature that allows you to put the content. Let me show you actually. So we click save, publish changes. One more thing that I want to show you here is here, responsive. When you click on this one, you can see how your website will look like on different, with different breakpoints. And this is the mobile phone. This is how it will look like. What's cool about Semplice again, that as you can see, previously when we had the image on the right, we didn't have the problem that there is no spacing between the button and image. But here, I have this sign up button and I don't have enough space for the image. So what I can do, I can just click here and add additional like 60 pixels spacing. That will work only for mobile version, only for these breakpoints. Here, now we have space, now we have 3 different paragraphs, and then we have project. If we had footer, then we would put the footer here, and that's it. But again, just let me know if you want to learn more about Semplice. I'll create more specific tutorials on how to use it. And that's it. Now I click save, publish changes. I go to this page, Command R, and boom, this is our website that we built. How many? Like 2, 3, 5 minutes. If you already have all the content and images prepared, if your design is already created, if you designed everything that you wanted to put here, just simply prepare all the assets, prepare all the content, go here on Semplice and drag these items and start using them. Start using this site builder that is, you can see, super easy to use, and that's it. Here I would add footer, it will be later. Back to top button is here, as you can see, beautiful animation. About page, we haven't created anything here, empty content. Click back. Now I'm on this page again. When I click on work, it will be the same page. We can remove that in the navigation, and that's it. This is how it works. This is how to install Semplice, and this is what it consists of. If you want to know more, just let me know. And yeah, if you like it, just like it. Subscribe to this channel. I'll share with you lots of amazing design, motion design, typography tips, and as well, this is just my test video, you know, I decided why not to share with you how to use Semplice and what's the platform that I'm using for my alexanderhess.design website. Here, I'm using Semplice, if you didn't know, and this is exactly where everything was created. So here, the footer, the image, then some custom style CSS files, navigation, buttons, everything. You can go here. We have the navigation. Now, if I click, for example, about page, we have different colors here and we have different navigations. We can go to typography, and now I don't have navigation anymore. Why so? Just because I don't want to show this navigation here. This is the landing page for this website. I want people to join the waitlist to know when Typography Masters course will be open again, because this is mind-blowing course, and I open it only 3 times a year because I want to give the maximum value to people, so I want to spend time with them and I want to improve it all the time. So, and here, if I scroll down, I don't have footer. I don't have footer anymore just because, again, this is landing page. The goal of this landing page for people to buy the course from here, now it's sold out, or to join the waitlist. Currently it's join the waitlist, so that's why all that information is like header and footer is hidden from here. Now you know everything about how to install Semplice, how to use it. It's super easy and fast. If you want to, just use it and share your feedback. Share your feedback. Again, this is not sponsored, not affiliated. I just want to share with you what I personally use myself to create my websites, my projects, my pages. And now you know how I create them. And see you in the next video.